Ice Cream Fundae. Suckled Brats 8. Lactation Erotica, Breeding Erotica, BDSM Erotica. Written by Millie King. Narrated by Edie Olliver. Ice Cream Fundae. Suckled Daughters 8. Mr. Luther had always called it his greatest acquisition. The beachside ice cream parlor was prime real estate, and in the summer we did an eye-watering amount of trade. You wouldn't think it, but selling ice creams is big business, and with everywhere getting hotter, Mr. Luther had gripped the opportunity with two hands when it came his way. Now the beachside shack was worth hundreds of thousands. It wasn't Mr. Luther's main job. He worked in the city, the kind of job where he's so high up that he doesn't even need to dress smart anymore. The ice cream parlor was his plaything, and he mainly left it to me to run. I loved it. I got to meet new people every single day, and I pretty much got to do what I wanted. I was my own boss, really, even though Mr. Luther was top dog. He only rarely swung by to check on things, and it was nice to have that kind of responsibility at 19. It really made me feel like I was part of something. All I needed to be was stocked up on ice creams, and I was set. The cabin was fitted out with 4 chest freezers, 3 regular and 1 display at the front, and 2 big drinks fridges. With no air conditioning, it could get pretty hot in there, even on a cold day. Even the sea breeze wasn't enough to cool a gal down. And that day was hot. The fact that it was so hot is pretty much the only reason this sinful story exists in the first place. The queue started a little after 9 o'clock in the morning. It sounds crazy, I know, but people really do want to eat ice creams that early. People would pitch up on the beach for the day, grab a drink and an ice cream, and most likely come back later for a second helping. Mr. Luther said that I was so cute that people were guaranteed to come back a second time. I did my best to connect with them in the brief moments me and the customers had together, and I'd usually see them again later in the day. That day, the rush of customers was intense. There were only a few minutes where I didn't have a queue at all, and in those moments I was able to quickly eat a sandwich that one of the guys who ran the mini-golf had dropped off for me. "Rather you than me," he'd laughed, spotting the queue when he called by with my food. I gave him a smile. The queue was nothing, really. Everyone was pretty chill, and when they finally made it to the front and saw me busting my ass off, they went pretty easy on me.
"Can I get 3 scoops of rum and raisin?"
asked Craig. He was a regular that always came by. I think he worked on the trampolines further down the beach. "Coming right up," I told him. I leaned forward to the front of the display freezer and rolled the ice cream into the scoop. Craig always paid particular attention when I got his ice cream. My friend Charlie said she's pretty sure he picks the ice creams nearest the front so he could look at my tits when I leaned forward. I didn't care. They were big, but they were mine, so I wasn't gonna have any hang-ups over them. I sometimes found it pretty flattering, to be honest, and I loved it when husbands came to the shack and did their best to avert their gaze in front of their wives. "Is that enough, babe?" I asked, pushing the 3rd scoop into the cone.
"More than enough,"
Craig smiled. To be honest, I loved the chill of the freezer on my skin, so the more time I got to spend reaching in there, the better. "That's $6.
"Always happy to pay it,"
Craig smiled. The next customer came along and did a double take at my chest. When I turned back to grab their drink from the refrigerator, I looked down to see my nipples punching through my t-shirt. Even with a bra on, it was obvious. The guy paid and tried to take a few more surreptitious glances to my breasts, which were all too obvious. When I handed him the change, I decided to go all out. "Man, is it hot," I huffed, and I took my t-shirt up over my head, wearing only my bra and jean shorts now. The last customer still hadn't left. "Can I help?" I asked, blowing a jet of air up my face.
"I'll take some,
He looked to the display of flavors.
mint choc chip,"
he pointed. "How many scoops?"
2,
he said.
big ones."
"You talking about me or the scoops?" I smirked. He seemed shocked at first, but then let out a laugh that seemed to ease the tension.
"The scoops,"
he confirmed. I leaned forward and my bra fought to hold my tits back. They made a huge cleavage.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?